I usually design with survival in mind. Journeying from the meadows to the ashlands is a big adventure that not only develops your character, but your base too. After my last playthrough, I got to dreaming up different kinds of bases I could build for the future. Usually a base is made up of a few different buildings. There's always a workshop, a kitchen, and a couple of homes. I had never combined all of those into one building, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I set out to build a mine, but by the time I was done, I had something totally unique. It's the most fantasy-inspired base I've ever made, but still fully survival ready. Hi, I'm Klaus, and welcome to the mine. Let me tell you about the mine. Let's start with the location. The moment I saw this site, I knew I had to design a mine. I mean, look at this place. We've got the Black Forest and Meadows, the coastline, and a crypt all in one spot. Building on the line between biomes is great. It provides a lot of biodiversity to a single location, giving you the best of both. Besides cramming as much as I could into this build, I also had a second design goal in mind. The idea is that this building grew as the mining operation expanded over time, so like progressing through survival, sections were added on as new resources and tools unlocked. Visually, it looked a bit like organized chaos. A stone workshop here, a living quarters there, smelt shop in the back, and windmill on the roof. You get the idea. Outside, we have a dock and a private boathouse. Resources are piled high and scattered about. Business is booming. I designed this small boathouse to fit the carve. My goal was to have a balance of indoor and outdoor space, and the skylights really help with that. They bring the light in while the roof provides shelter. A good way to protect the ladders from the rain is to frame them with the angled beams. No repairs necessary. A set of ramps lead from the dock to the workshop floor. I wanted transporting supplies from the boats to the workshop to be easy. Keep the distance short and direct. Back in the day, I saw a ramp like this on VetLife's farmhouse. I liked it so much, I borrowed the design for this build. The ramps are waterproof and card-friendly. These diverger doors have a sturdy, vault-like feel to them, like they should be guarding something important. Behind this one is a storage room. I thought about turning it into a wine cellar, but I wanted to keep this build focused on survival gameplay. I'm happy with how much I fit in here, and it's the right amount of messy. There's one more room behind the gate, but we'll come back to that. Follow the curved stairs up the slope to the right and you'll find the main entrance. It's simple, but a bit more formal than the ramp. Pretend like guests would arrive through here, like this is the door you would use if you popped over for a visit. In front is an anvil, which makes it pretty clear that you're entering a workshop. I think of this entrance as the oldest part of the building, the original worker's shack. It's mostly made of wood, which early on would have been the main resource available. It sits directly atop the mine. Sections like the tower and workshop walls are made of stone. As the digging progressed, stone was plentiful, so it makes sense that it was used to build out the first expansion. Let's take a look inside, but don't worry about using the front door. We're gonna go in a different way. This main floor is entirely dedicated to crafting. You'll find the workbench, forge, spinning wheel, artisan table, and black forge here. I've placed the Galder table elsewhere. That's because I really wanted a big fire to complement the black forge, so I ran out of space. Don't judge me. Each crafting table gets its own spot to shine, but the main show is the ludicrous amount of storage I've packed into this building. There's storage here, 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 but wait, there's more. Here, here, and here. Clearly you can see that there's plenty. There's so much, the literal pillar of this room is storage. By the way, I've never stacked storage as neatly as I have here, so you're welcome for that. To decorate the workshop, I mostly use the crafting stations, their upgrades, and various armor or weapons. No trophies here. I kinda think it doubles as a showroom. The heavy equipment is through here. This room was the last addition to this build. You can even see the old roofline inside. If you've been watching since Seafair, then you probably noticed a theme. I don't like to get rained on when working, so most of my workshops are kept inside. This is the way. I like this room. It's clean, organized, open, and kind of looks like a warehouse. 2 kilns, 2 smelters, and a blast furnace are inside. There are actually 2 eitr refineries here. One I stashed out back, but that made it a pain to use. I got a little experimental with the second refinery and carved out some space for it behind the storage room below. Through the metal gate is a small room where I keep the refinery and the Galdra table. The refinery sits on a raised platform against the back wall. The platform adds just enough height to push the grinder through the workshop floor. Now you can safely feed the brain matter up top, then pour the sap in below. Is this practical? Probably not, but it's cool. Overlooking the floor is a balcony. I wanted players to have access to this room from the home upstairs. This way, you could check in on the progress of things. It's a short drop, so you probably won't die. Probably. You'll find home on the second floor. If you're looking for the stairs, they're over here through the double doors. Storage is underneath, because what else are we going to do with that space? However, there's a landing halfway up with a window that overlooks the smelters. I figure you can spy on your buddies to see if they're sneaking in armor upgrades. There are no secrets here. To warm things up, there's a bit more wood than stone up here. One benefit of wood flooring is that it doesn't require the extra 1 meter of height that stone does. There are plenty of windows to let in light and capture the views. Kitchen, dining, and bunks are here. Everything a 10th World Viking needs. Not to pat myself on the back, but converting the tower into a cozy dining nook was a wonderful idea. You get the views and a little privacy. I bet it's a pretty great place to have coffee in the morning. To save space and fit in the oven, I cut out a spot for a small fire. All the kettle upgrades are here. We don't have much for decorating, so I always try to place the upgrades in a way that looks nice. I wish the range on the spice rack wasn't so limited though. Let's be honest, this small cook fire doesn't work, so let's give it a Bog Witch upgrade. I don't know why I thought the small fire would work before. The corner fireplace really opens up the room, and the size is so much more practical for survival. Just past the kitchen is a small atrium. The amount of light that pours through is fantastic. It helps to brighten what could have been a very dark space. I like to use it as a shortcut to quickly get downstairs. If you survive the drop to the smelt shop, then you'll survive this one too. Beds are squeezed in over here. I tend to lean towards bunk rooms when playing survival with friends. Cutting back on individual bedrooms can really save some space, which saves on materials, which saves on time. I guess everything is a team effort at Valheim. I call top bunk. This curved window is wonderful. It's suspended off the side, so you get to feel like you're hanging out up in the treetops. Having a portal in or near the sleeping quarters is a good quality of life addition. It always helps my friends and I get right back to the fight whenever we die during a boss battle. For now, this portal actually takes us up to the roof. At first, I didn't have anything up here, but I really wanted to find a way to use the space. I figured it'd be gusty this high up, so I placed the windmill here, and it's pretty perfect. This somehow makes the whole build feel fun and relaxed. Compared to other builds of mine, this one is so unique. I was successful in bringing together the workshop, forge, kitchen, and home under one roof. What I wasn't expecting was for this to become my most fantasy-style build yet. I've never built anything that looks like this. I really love it though. The balance of wood and stone is perfect. There's a workman-like practicality blended with a cozy aesthetic. To me, that's Valheim. When it comes to function, the flow from the dock to the workshop to home fits well into the survival gameplay loop. Add some walls and a gate, and you're ready to take on the next adventure. Oh, real quick, thanks to all of you who stopped by to say hi during ValCon. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. If you weren't able to make it, then be sure to check out the tavern I designed for it. I'll put that video on screen at the end. The tavern is free to download over on Valheimians, so make sure you check it out. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.